Hi. Okay. Welcome, everyone. I actually did a previous chat tonight. My time was 10 after 10, but my regular time is 11, right? So, I did not realize that I was early, but guess what happened? My audio was not sounding. So if you watch the other video, you realize that the audio was off. Tell you about technical stuff. Yeah, I had my earpiece in. So when I pulled it out before going live, apparently it was still feeding off that earpiece that I had and not the computer, straight from the computer. So I'm sorry about that, but the show must go on, right? So, welcome, my beautiful people. Thanks for joining this live chat. I am your host, Portia Malcolm, and I create contents on travel, personal travel. I highlight businesses and organizations and showcase events, public events. Thanks for always watching my video to the end. If you are my regular viewer, if you have been watching but have not subscribed, please support me by watching my videos, continue watching my videos, and some subscribing, okay? And always give a thumbs up. This will tell YouTube that you're interested, people are interested in my videos, and send it on to other persons, recommend it to other persons. If you're if you're new to my channel, you have not made it here by chance, you were meant to. Thanks for joining. Welcome everyone. Hope you are having a good day. Yes. If not, when we are finished, please check out my videos for encouragement and inspiration. Last week, Thursday, we had our travel tips on packing, and this week, our travel tip will be on the day of travel, right? So, my question for you: what is the one place people cry, people laugh, and people hug, amongst other things? What is that one place? All right, you can put it in the chat and let me know what it is. So, in this week live video, I will share 10 travel tips on the day of travel, right? So, this is when you're at the airport, basically, right? Before the airport, at the airport. One, wear comfortable and appropriate clothing. Dress for the journey. You know that you are going to it's winter in Canada and you're going to the tropics where there be sunshine and nice beach. you know, make sure you cover for the in the winter in Canada. And so when you reach, you can always take off those layers, right? But make sure you're protected before. And also dress for the custom point check, right? Custom will scan your stuff through the machine, and and also your person, right? You walk through. So make sure you are ready for all of that. Dress comfortable. Make sure you're good with what you have on, and you don't have to be fixing. I tell you, when I'm traveling, when I'm actually traveling, I make sure I have a pocket. I can tuck something in at the moment. If I need to change something, if I need to, put my phone, I can have that. But mostly try to have something that is that you can actually have in front of you when you're having your phone, because anything, you can lose it, put it in your pocket, it fall out or so. But it's not really good to have things in your pocket, but more so in something that is around your neck, if it's like your phone and other things. So I wouldn't recommend the pocket. But I try, for me, I always try to dress comfortable. Um, Stuff that are not baggy and not, not too much to wear to handle, right? Just right. Number two, arrive early. Yes, this is very important. Check online. Check in. Basically, check in online before you come. Some airlines, most airlines, you can check in like a day before or two, up to even a certain amount of hours before you reach. You can check in. It's always good to do once it's open, right? Because in that way, it eliminates the hassle of traveling, and also that when you get to the airport to check in, because there may be a long line, and also you get to choose the seat you want, a comfortable, nice seat. You can look through the window, or if you don't want to be bothered and you want to get a nap, you can choose the middle seat, yeah, or the ending seat. You read a book or something like that. Mhm. I hope you're hearing me. If not, please let me know. But I think we should be good right now. Can you imagine when I'm looking back, I realize that my microphone, there's no sound. Oh my, just talking and no sound. It happens. It happens. So what you do? You just have to be positive about it and do it over. And this is the time that I would normally have my videos. So sorry if you tuned in before and weren't hearing me. I do apologize for that. Okay, I'm going to give you a little heart if you listen and wasn't hearing me. All right, I give you some hearts. Okay. Right. If not, upon arrival, go to the front desk and get checked in. And if you're new and don't know what to do, you can ask for assistance. Ask them, to assist you in checking in. Because these days, they have the machines that you check in as well. So you put your passport on the screen, they'll ask you some questions, and then they'll print out your boarding pass, and they print out the bag luggage thing. So that's the basically the first thing you do when you go to the airport. Make sure you go straight and check in, right? Recommended about 2 to 3 hours for international travel and 1 to 2 for domestic flights, right? Secure your luggage with your name, phone number, and email address. Make sure they know your destination because the suitcase may not arrive when you do, especially if you really arrive late and then close off, it may have to go into another plane, probably a day or the next day, right? So try and make sure that you have your name and all those information on your suitcase so that persons will know. I remember one point in time they used to like tape it, not really tape it on, but like the paste, the back of the thing, they put it. And I remember the old time days, we used to have the little string and the tag, and you write your name with pen and you write your address and your telephone number, and then you just put it on your suitcase under, and that would be it. So imagine if it tear off, what happens? Because sometimes the suitcase get bunks around, and things do happen. So it's good that they come in where they can tape it onto your suitcase. They print it and paste it on. That's the better way. And add some flair to your suitcase. Put a ribbon, a red ribbon, a yellow ribbon, or a green ribbon. Put something to identify that this suitcase is yours. In the distance, you see it on the belt, the luggage belt, going around. You say, "Let me pass these people and go take up my suitcase." It does help. It eliminates that time you spend to look at 10 or more than that black suitcase. But when you have that bright thing on your suitcase, you said, yes, I know this is mine because I recognize it instantly. And you get it. Then you have custom made suitcase. Some are floral, some have scary creatures on it. Some shaped like an orange, whatever it is. It's custom made, so it's unique to you, so you know it. Some have their name. Literally, they have their design with their name on the suitcase. Yes, so if you can get yours custom made, why not? Or if you find a suitcase that is so unique, why not? It saves you the hassle of searching for it. Yes? All right. Number 3, and I know time is going because we started late because I had to iron out this issue of the voice coming on. So thank you for your patience with that, me rambling about it. But things do happen, yes, in the technology age. Yes, even in the technology age. Number 4 on our list of the 10 travel tips on the day of travel. Empty your pockets and bring empty water bottle when you're going through custom, when you're going through the checkpoint. Make sure you're hydrated from home, because I think I need to take some water, drink some water. Yes, cool me down from what just happened. Yes. And that's something that I realized, that you have to really try to be hydrated. When I'm not hydrated, you can know my lips are dry. Yes. But I tell you, I have a secret. I use my Adiz 64. I hope you can see it. Yes, I use it and I do this and I just put a little bit on my lip. Uh-huh. Yeah. Hmm. And sometimes along the edges are dry. So I will put a little there. Yes. And sometimes, for example, you going through, this happens to me. You're going through the door in a hurry and you use the bathroom for the last time and you wash your hands and you just head out and you don't remember that you need to, fix up at the face right around the edges are dry. Yes. So I have to try to be aware of that happens. But yeah, always look in the mirror, and I'm learning. Look in the mirror before you go online. Yes, to see if everything is all right. But that cream really works well on my lips. I don't know if you see the difference. Yes. And remember to stay hydrated. Always be drinking sips of water. You don't have to drink down everything at once. But when you say, for example, you have a plant, I know I'm going into a different area, but you have a plant and you pour water on the plant, what's going to happen? Most of the water going to, you know, um, run out. But if you have a plant and you put a little bit of water each time, at different time, every 15 minutes or so, you find that that water is finished and the plant sucks everything up. It's the same thing with us. Yes, it sucks everything up. All right. The water our bodies will take in small portion, and that's beneficial for our organs and our blood. Yes. Getting back to the meat of the matter. So number three is, I think we didn't do number 3. Number 3 is the keep boarding pass and passport. And it's a good thing I was talking, because would have missed this part and thought it was um and we would have missed it, right? Would have gone on to 4. So 3, keep boarding pass and passport handy, because you're going to go through the checkpoint and they're going to ask you to for your boarding pass and your passport, and even when you're entering the plane they're going to ask you for it. So it's good when you have your luggage but you have it around your neck. Most persons put it around their neck, or they have it tucked in their side of their handbag, or on top of, their inside their handbag at the top, but it's accessible because you're going to use it more than once. So it's good to have it to show without having to store up, your luggage, your handbag, or your briefcase, or whatever it is, or it's good to have it, even if you have to tuck it in your pocket at the time, so that it's easy access when you're handing it to the security officer, or the immigration they call them. I I think immigration officer. Let me know. Sometimes you're thinking about it, but you're not sure. But you know that it's that, as well as it could be something else. It could be another name, but that's what I have in my mind right now. All right. And then number 4 that we were talking about was empty your pockets and bring empty water bottles. So when you're going through the security checkpoint now, you make sure you don't have anything when you're going through the thing, that the scanner that scans your body. Make sure you put everything in that bin. You don't have any coins, nothing metal um, in there. And with your water bottle, make sure your water bottle is empty, because if it has in water, they're going to confiscate it, or they're going to tell you to drink it. Some will tell you to drink it. And if you have your nice water bottle, yeah, you don't want to lose it. So you may have to drink all of that. And what's going to happen? You have to go to the bathroom. So try to get it emptied before going in security checkpoint, and you can always refill it when you get inside the next stage of the airport waiting on the plane. All right. So that is a part of 4. Make sure your drinking water bottle is empty. Yes, we did say that. And then the next point now is 3 to 4 ounces or 100 milliliter or smaller size containers that fit in a 1 quart sized resealable bag may go in carry-on and through checkpoint security. Anything over that, you can put it in your check-on luggage before. When you're checking in and you're sending your suitcase through that area, or you give it to the person who check you in, yes, you will need to make sure that all those oversized liquid items are in there. The exceptions to this is your medication. If you have an infant, and the infant needs their food, so you have that nutriment for the child, right? So they do take that into consideration. Also, duty free liquid items, yes, that is always purchased inside. So when you pass through immigration, customs, we call them, you pass through the custom officer area, and you get checked in, you go to the duty free and all of that. They will allow you to have that with your receipt. You have to present your receipt. I think it's 48 hours receipt. Yes. And number 5, have electronic and laptop ready. I always try to make sure it's at a strategic location in my handbag or in my carry-on, so that I can just lift it out, remove it, put it in the bin, send it through for them to scan, and repack it quickly. Yeah? So you can get on your way. Yes. So it's good to have that easy access to those electronics along with your laptop. Number 6, security awareness. This is important. This is one of the most important tips that I'm going to give to you today, right? Hide your luggage tags, address, on your tag you have your address, right? Hide it from thieves and robbers. Yes, that's what I'm calling them, right? Who hang around the airport, checking address to locate empty house, meaning that you're not there. It's it happens. May not happen widely, but it does happen. So it's good to make sure if you're sitting down, say for example, you check in and you're before you go into custom area to hand them your boarding pass and your passport to go in, and you say you want to refresh yourself a bit, or you want to sit down and get yourself collected before doing that, right? Getting out your boarding pass, all that. There may be someone sitting close by to you. Please be aware, observe, right? Because that person can take your address information, right? From where you're traveling from to where you're going. They may take that where you live, and they may go into your house, break into your house, and they may take everything. Or they can live in your house for the time that you'll be there. So you have to be very aware and careful. This is very important. So beware of scrupulous persons, suspicious, activities. For example, if you see someone leave a suitcase unprotected for a while, bring it to the security's attention that you see that suitcase just left unattended. You could save much lives, you know. So be aware that these things are possible. Stay vigilant at the airport to spot and prevent security threats. That's what we call it, right? Don't give personal information to strangers that you meet. I'm a friendly person. I love to meet people and talk to them, but I still have to be aware and careful of the things that I say to them, because I may let them know where I live, which road I live on, and they may, go there, observe and see, and say this must be the house, and break in. Yes, they, you have to be careful telling them where you're going. They may just have you they may just, let me finish this statement, they may just meet you there and ready for you, know what you're wearing. Somebody, they may call and say this person in a green blouse and a jeans pants, and describe you, and they may be waiting for you. So you have to be careful. If there's a movie that I watched, I remember when I was going to Mexico, my aunt friend, he said I need to watch this movie. It's Taken, the original Taken, and I watched it, and I'm telling you, I was so blown away by it. From then on, when I'm traveling, I'm so aware, so aware. It's about these two um, young ladies. They were traveling to Paris, and the young lady father, told her, let me know where you're staying. He was in security, and so he gave her some strict instructions. And the friend of that young lady, she told lies, and those lies got them into trouble. They said that they were going to stay at this place, but it and with this family, and it wasn't so. The family wasn't there, and they were staying alone. And two guys met them at the airport, and they traveled with them. One of them was like, I think, a passenger, and he wanted to travel. He met them, and they went to the house, and lo and behold, some mafias came for them. And you know what they did to them? They kidnapped them. But the father of the young lady the father that is in security of the young lady, he hunt them down and got back his daughter and put an end to their business. Yes, so they basically kidnap young ladies that are traveling, that travels, kidnap them, because some of them travel alone, some of them, giddy headed or light headed, they're too frivolous, you know, and was too easy. The friend was too easy. And she was just overly happy, but you have to be aware when you're traveling, and don't take things for granted, and don't take people for granted. And so they were young, inexperienced, and they got in trouble. But the father, who was trained, he trained, he used his skilled, and got back his daughter. But the other young lady, she died. They inject her with drugs and, you know, all sort of bad stuff. But the other young lady was spared. Was kind of a bittersweet, but it opened my eyes from then of what can happen in traveling, the people that you meet, the information that you give, and so forth. So these guys got some information that was able to kidnap those girls. So be careful when you're traveling, and always let somebody know your different points. For example, you're traveling, you're doing a connecting flight. Let somebody know when you reach at that second destination. So you go from Canada to Georgia. Let somebody know that you're in Georgia. And then you move on. And when you reach your destination, you let somebody know that you have reached. So they know if anything happens, they know that it was at this point that it happened, that the person stopped communicating with me. So they know how to trace you, you know? So don't, withhold information from your loved ones who can, or that person that can help to keep accountability of you when traveling. Is very important, right? There's so many things to it, so many facets. I don't want to scare you, but it's just what it is. You have to be aware. Awareness is so important. Don't Right, so don't give personal information, don't give vacation plans, like how long you're going to stay, because as I said, they go to your house and they take up residency for that period of time. They destroy your property, and when you come back, you wish you never left. So be careful, and don't leave personal belongings and valuables with strangers. Try to carry it with you. So try whenever you're traveling to make sure that you can walk up and down with your stuff. Because if not, welcome. We're talking about traveling tips on the day of travel, and we're at a very important point in security. So try and carry your stuff with you. Make sure you have everything on your person, because if you don't, it can be that that person can put whatever they want in it. And you see, the suitcase, they can use a pen and pry it open and put whatever they want into it, or tuck anything. You know, we are friendly creatures, but don't be overly friendly. Okay. All right. So that's for security. Labor on it a bit because it's very important. It can mean a matter of life and death. Number 7, avoid carrying large amounts of cash. So $10,000 and over must be declared. Usually that's the benchmark of um, declaring cash or monetary value. Right? In Canada, whether you are leaving or entering Canada, you must declare any currency, cash, or monetary instruments valued at 10,000 Canadian dollars. So they'll give you a form to complete before arrival, and they will say, to declare. Some do it before, while some do it after, right? So always declare that you have such amount of money. And a little tip with that too, that when you're traveling, say you're going for vacation, you can actually say, okay, $100 a day. So you're spending 5 days, right? So 100 times 5, right? That's $500. So you know that you're carrying, say, $500, $1,000. You know how much you'll need, and always have a little in reserve. 'Cause you never know, right? Um, Especially you have your card, and remember to notify the bank. Notify the bank that you're traveling, so that they can any transaction that you do, they don't block your card because they see that they know that it's you because you did inform them that you were traveling, right? Number 8, buy a portable charger. Charge your phone though from home. You're ready to leave home, and when you look, you don't have no charge. Or you're gonna call the Uber. Hmm? Or you're going to call the person to find out if they're nearby to pick you up. If you're getting a lift with a friend or with Uber or whatever, you know, the charge may not last when you're at the airport, so you may need to charge it. It's always advisable to use a card and the and this section. Here you see 2 ports. This is for this one, right? And you can put it in here and put it, but some airports have this top part, and this part would plug into that top part, right? The head is a bit different. Always use this. Always use this to make that connection. But the most favorable thing is to have a portable charger. You don't have to be waiting on somebody to finish charge, or persons, because usually there's a lineup at times, especially if you're doing a connecting flight. There may be sometime. So your charge may run out, especially if you're talking to your loved one, like your boyfriend or your girlfriend, you know, and time going, you may need to charge. All right, so portable charger is always best, but if not, make sure you use this section along with the cord. All right, important, because what can happen? Somebody who's scrupulous may put a device that can read off your information if you just use the card alone, and they may take all that information from your phone or your laptop if you're using your laptop, and they may threaten you that they're going to destroy your information if you don't pay. So they owe you a ransom, right? This is a cyber world that we are living in. Yes, it happens. So be careful. All right. The next thing is all right. So I've explained that. Good. So we move on to number 9. Check flight status. I love to check it before I even leave home because things do change. Flights get delayed or canceled. So you want to make sure you're in the know, right? Expect flight schedule changes to take place. For example, I remember when I was traveling to from Florida to Jamaica, I was going home, and we heard that there was a storm. So my aunt checked the airline, and the flight was still scheduled. So that was good. I did get to go home that day, but I can tell you, when I was in flight in the sky, I could see the storm in a little distance, not too far. I could hear, I could hear, I could see the lightning and the thunder and the black clouds and all of that. Yes, so it's good to check with the airline. It's good to check and keep up to date with your flight to see if there's any cancellation or any changes. All right? Right. So that's good to do. And you can do that throughout your time waiting at the airport, because sometimes they may say it over the speaker but you don't hear. But when you can check to see, okay, I have 10 more minutes, I have and all, not really 10 more, but probably like an hour, because when the 10 minutes they would have already started boarding the plane. So you can count it down. You don't have to go and ask anyone, or you don't have to listen too much. Even if you missed what they say, you can always check your flight. All right, so that is number 9. Another experience on number 9, right? Checking flight. I remember it was snowing in Canada when I was going to Jamaica, and they didn't lift that plane. They didn't leave at the scheduled time because it was snowing really heavily and they weren't chancing it. So they delayed the flight for 4 hours. So I didn't have to go to somebody and ask them, this. I just check on the phone. I just use my phone, go to the airline and just put in my flight number, and you'll see the flight number and the information that is delay. Even when you're taxing is when the airplane is on the runway, or it's going out to the runway and it's there, going. Yeah, it's like a little car, it can move. Not just when it's in the air, right? So you can get all that information. When you're traveling, you can get your flight status that it is about time for you to travel. This is the time that it has changed to. So all that information you can get. That's important, right? And number 10, with the few minutes that we have, yes, load up on food and entertainment. This is the good part, the nice part. Yes, packing your little snacks or your little meal is a key to keeping your nutrition in check while you're traveling. I like to do fruits when I'm traveling. I have my grapes, I have my apple, whatever it is that is in your neck of the woods. You can take out the seed parts, you can slice up the fruit, and you can put it in your little container and have your little fork, yeah, or your spoon, and you're good to go. As well as you could prepare your little meal. Let me give you an experience. One of my trips to Canada, my husband asked me to carry up some ackee and saltfish. That's our national dish in Jamaica. Some ackee and saltfish and roast breadfruit. So I got up early in the morning because I had an early flight, right? And I got up very early. You're talking about 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock in the morning. And I prepare the ackee and the saltfish. And it's when we reach home, it's still warm. It's still warm. We were able to have it for breakfast that day. Yes, so carry a little meal, because airlines these days, they give you crackers, they give you biscuits, they give you little snacks. Yeah, and that is just for souvenir. It's still, if you don't have anything else, it still fills that gap. All right, but if you're traveling with children, you stock up on their nourishments, right? So always prepare. And traveling with kids, you may not get a chance to go and purchase anything, especially if it's you alone, right? So having those snacks, those little meals, those food plates is really good. All right. So that's that's for me. And it saves you money. Yeah. Because it's not cheap when you buy stuff at the airport. Mm-mm. It's up a little bit more than the norm. So that will help. All right. And for the entertainment, if you're into YouTube, like you know, my videos, make sure you have that. You can download 1 and 2 that you want to watch, or well, you can make sure you download your movies, your videos, your music, whatever it is beforehand. And so you're able to tune in to your favorite stuff. Or if you're into reading books, like myself, you can carry a book and read. Or if you just want some rest, you can just, relax and enjoy some good sleep. I love sleeping on the plane, you know. If I travel and I don't sleep, I never travel. That's me. If I travel and I don't get a nap, I don't travel. Traveling sweet. Get good sleep. Yes, I give myself a heart for that. It's true. I love to sleep on airplanes, but I also love to watch when you're passing over some countries and you're looking at their landscape. Oh, so beautiful. So beautiful. If you enjoy that, just put in the chat and let me know what you enjoy when traveling, what you enjoy. And let me know which tip you like. You know, there, I know I said, You can imagine? I keep saying those filter words. One day I'm going to count them and see how much of them. But the good thing about, you know, you hear I say it again, But it takes time. In all things, it does take practice. It takes being comfortable. It takes even getting out of your comfort zone, because I'm always saying that. But eventually being aware of it. Aware, because some people not aware, but when they get aware, then they start getting better, and you start getting better and start getting better. You find out one day I don't say, you know, you know. Yes, life is a journey. Life is growth. Life is productivity. Life, live it, enjoy it, and grow with it. Yes. Right. So thank you so much for joining me. It was a pleasure doing over back this live and able to, you know, I said it again. Awareness. And that's what I want you to take away from this video on the day of travel with traveling tips. I want you to be aware of your surroundings, aware of the people you're dealing with, aware of what you are doing, what you ought to do, you know. Yes, I hope I don't become girl on YouTube, because I don't want to be girl. Yeah, I want to be Portia Malcolm, the girl that inspire you. Yes, the girl that lift you up when you're feeling down, the girl that put a smile on your face. Yes, I want to be that woman. I want to be that lady. I want to bring joy and life to your life. Yes. So, with that being said, thank you so much for joining me. And as I always say, take care, have a good day, and walk good. Take care. Be blessed. And the answer, before I go, the answer to that question about the one place that people cry, people laugh, and people hug, definitely is at the airport. That's when people shed their tears, girlfriend and boyfriends pass parting. Yeah, they hug goodbye and they laugh with joy when they see their loved one. Yes, so many things happen at the airport, but those are three things that we can associate with one way or another at the airport. Take care, my beautiful people. It was nice, really nice for you to join me watching my video, and we will talk next week, Thursday at 11 Canadian time, Eastern time. We will talk again. Have a wonderful day and God bless. Walk good.